Hey friends, welcome back. I recently got some Happy Mail, and these are the products from the new January to April catalog and some of the online exclusives. So if you love seeing paper and, all the little details up close, you're going to enjoy this one. So let's jump right in.
I may have gone a little wild with this order. Everything was just so beautiful. I wanted to start with my absolute favorite collection first. I had to talk myself out of buying the workshop kit and the DSP with sticker sheet. It was a tough choice, but I ended up going with the workshop kit instead because of all the extra embellishments and title options. My thinking was if I use up the kit, I can always grab the DSP pack later on. So now the workshop kit does not include the full DSP, just a curated selection along with everything you need to complete these three pre-designed layouts, and they are fantastic. Definitely recreating these. I absolutely love them. I love this paper. The pretty peacock color is so rich with tons of texture and distressing that makes it look so dimensional. It gives me that mountain lake vibe or even an ocean feel with that vibrant teal tone. And then the B side, who doesn't love a good ledger style paper? It has that painterly distressed look that makes it gorgeous and incredibly versatile. Next is a grid style pattern in the crumb cake color, again with that painterly distressed finish. And then on the flip side, you get a vintage inspired script design. The distressing makes it feel so rich and layered, almost like an old page from a book. And then there's this one. Many of the designs in the Nature Walk collection were created to invoke nature and dimension. They were hand painted using acrylic ink with paintbrushes, daubers, and a palette knife to achieve those soft, abstract designs. The artwork was created first and then transformed into pattern paper. The B-side in Secret Sea features distressed lines within a subtle grid pattern. It feels masculine, outdoorsy, and wonderfully neutral. Perfect for everyday photos, of the boys. Then we've got the specialty papers. They're white on the back, and they're generally meant to be the base pages for the pre-designed layouts. The Secret Sea sheet has a lightly drawn frame all around with subtle distressing throughout. The frame shows that true Secret Sea tone where the rest of the paper is in a lighter wash of that color. Such a nice detail. There's another specialty sheet in crumb cake. You get two of those as well. They have a strip of diagonal lines at the top and the bottom. And then there's lots of that painterly distressing again. So versatile. I keep saying that. The variation in color and depth is just stunning. You also get all the cardstock you need, and it's all two-tone. So there's Pretty Peacock, Pecan Pie, Secret Sea, and Cloud Cover. So you get one of each of those, and then 4 sheets of Willow White, which is perfect because I go through a lot of white cardstock. I could see this working on outdoorsy layouts, beach or ocean pages, even Christmas. Something like a cozy holiday scrapbook layout, why not? The kit includes 2 sheets of punch-outs, lots of great title options, scenic route, living in the moment, everyday adventure, and the great outdoors. And of course, They are clearly labeled on the back so you know which pieces go with which layout. It comes with photo place card holders in case your pictures aren't printed yet and you want to create the layouts ahead of time. And then the sticker sheet. No white borders, which I personally get excited about. There's tons of arrows, geotabs, there's lots of word sentiments, little banners. Actually, there's two separate ones, not one big one here. So that's what I thought at first glance. And then there's some tabs, more title options, long border stickers. So I like to try and cut the borders in half if I can to try to stretch them across both sides of the layout if I'm, following my own design. And then just look at that mountain border sticker. So cool, so much dimension. I'm pretty sure those mountains are in the Night of Navy color. This kit is called Exploring Nature. I think I forgot to mention that. And it is the Scrapbook Workshop kit. So along with the kit, I picked up the Exploring Nature stamp set, which coordinates with the kit and the Nature Walk DSP, giving even more title options. So there's Not Lost, Just Exploring, Nature is My Happy Place, Best Day Ever, Hello Sunshine, On This Day, It's a Great Big World Out There, Stay Wild and Free. So the photo on the stamp packaging shows the actual size of each image, so you know exactly what you're working with here. Another set I grabbed is called Gears and Textures. I bought both the stamps and the dies as a bundle. I just couldn't resist. The stamps are amazing. But let's take a look at the dies first. I always enjoy the extra standalone dies that Stampin' Up adds. You may know I have two boys, so gears and industrial details are perfect for masculine layouts. There's even a chain element in the dies. So the texture stamps are great for background stamping, and then the images on the cover are close to the actual size of the stamps, which again, I really appreciate. And honestly, I haven't had much time to dig into everything that I've bought, so I'm really excited to finally start creating with these. I also picked up the Nature's Symphony dies, which coordinate with the Nature Walk collection. They are included in the suite if you buy it that way. So Stampin' Up provides 3 ways to purchase some of their collections. So you can purchase the full Nature Walk suite, which includes stamps, dies, ribbons, DSP, sticker sheet, and so on. Now, I only grabbed the dies, but there's lots packed in here. So you get several leafy branch dies, including one that cuts each leaf individual and adds all the stem and veining details. There's a wood grain texture die with lots of beautiful detail in there. That's basically why I bought it. And then the little dotted pattern die. And then this little small checked design. And they're all perfect for adding kind of subtle details to scrapbook layouts or cards, of course. Another coordinating item from this suite are the faux bronze pentagons. Let me just take them out of the plastic so you can see better. These have some weight to them. They come in 3 different sizes. They are not overly bulky, so they won't, make your pages too thick. And I love that bronze finish. It's very masculine, rustic, and perfect for nature-themed layouts. And then one more item with this, paper collection in mind, I picked up the Aspen Grove stamp set. This one creates a beautiful tree-lined scene. The stamps are actually bigger than they look on the cover. And each tree trunk is a separate stamp. So you can build like a full forest, a small cluster, or just a couple of trees with whatever branches and leaves you'd like. So there's lots of flexibility here. All right, up next is the Beachtime Workshop Kit. The paper in this kit is so bright and summery. It just makes me happy, even in, the thick of winter like we are here in Alberta, Canada. I went with the kit again, just like the Exploring Nature. You can get this in a full suite as a workshop kit or just the DSP with sticker sheet. I grabbed the kit for the extra embellishments, title options, and specialty papers. The pre-designed layouts here are phenomenal. I can absolutely see myself recreating these. Now the kit includes photo place card holders again. This time there's even a 5x7 option, which is a nice size for a beautiful focal photo and a nice change from the standard 4x6. You get one of this sheet. Now it has a soft ombre effect, starting with a soft orange and then fading up to a lighter yellow. It has like a muted sun pattern throughout. The reverse side has a cloud-like look. It makes me think of like a summer morning just after the sunrise or during a sunrise when the sky is like that, it has that pink glow to it. And then another single sheet has the similar cloud texture, but in more of like the sunset palette, at least I think so, with those orange and green tones and then the soft blue colors kind of blended together. The reverse side has a soft watery look. Honestly, it feels like an ocean photo. It's just missing a pair of sandy toes. You can see those white striations through it, shifting blue tones, and then tiny specks throughout. It completely gives that light on water vibe. Next up is this fun pattern paper. It would be, perfect for photos at the fair or an amusement park. It would be amazing for Disney pictures. And then the reverse side is another gorgeous ombre, starting with a deeper pink on the top, fading to a soft yellow. Very sunrise, sunset inspired. Then we get into the specialty papers that are only available in the workshop kit. These ones are single-sided, so they're white on the back. The first sheet has a built-in orange frame with the inner white frame, and then some palm trees, and then the soft clouds in the background again. And then next up is a rainbow print, another single specialty sheet. And again, it's that one-sided, but it has all the colors that are included in the kit. You only get one of these, and then you get 2 sheets of this last design. It has that wavy water-like look with greens and blue tones blended together with white highlights running through it. It really gives the feel of, soft waves. And then look at all the bright colored cardstock you get with the kit. So cheerful. Plus lots of white cardstock again, 4 sheets, which I love. So the yellow color is Daffodil Delight, and they are all, again, the 2-tone cardstock with the white core. Then you have Strawberry Slush. This color is Summer Splash. And then we have, I think this one is Timid Tiger. It almost looks like pumpkin pie, but no, it's Timid Tiger. I'll check on the detail sheet to verify. Yep. Some of the other colors featured in this kit are Granny Apple Green and Petunia Pop. And then there's the punch out. There's a lot of great title options: Summer, Let's Play, Beach, and Sun. Then there's a few journaling tags in the mix. These leafy pieces are really fun. There's a wave punch out, a palm tree, and then there's another full sheet of punch outs with even more titles: beach day, pool, holiday, and another sun. This one is white, so you can customize it with ink and a blending brush. This is a technique that they highlight in the guide. And lastly, the sticker sheet. It's bright and cheerful, perfect for building summer pages. I really like that none of the stickers have that thick white border around them. There's a great mix of shapes too. We've got some circles, ovals, banner pieces. This one says beach, and then you've got let's go to the, and then there's one that says vibes, or sunshine and smiles, time for fun. All kinds of great little word sentiments. They look big on the sheet, but once you peel them off, they're really a manageable size and won't overwhelm your layout. Just that perfect little finishing detail. There's border strips. This one has little tickets that say tickets, and then underneath it says fun in the sun. There's palm trees on this one, and then a rainbow print on the next with all of the colors from the kit. To go with that, I picked up the Boardwalk Fun Stamps and Dies as a bundle. So let's start with the dies. Like I said, I always love the extra standalone pieces Stampin' Up includes. So you get a set of palm trees, the Ferris wheel, a die that cuts out a ticket, and then this one here cuts the Ferris wheel seats and then the little umbrellas, so you can mix and match, colored cardstock for extra interest. You can cut out the seats for the roller coaster from the stamp set too. So on the stamp set, there are more palm trees, then a handful of word stamps like celebrate, hey sunshine, enjoy the ride, and happy birthday. I also purchased the Beachtime stamp set. These were designed for scrapbook layouts in mind. So it adds even more titles and word sentiments. So we've got greetings from paradise, fun in the sun, travel, notes, smiles, I love sunshine, getaway, summer, vibes, beach, paradise, fun, the perfect day, and hello. There's also a hibiscus flower, a palm leaf, a sun, and a cute background stamp with stars and dots on it, and then a starfish too. And with all the fun details for the summertime beach layouts and warm weather adventures, I knew I had to grab the shell collecting stamp set also. It's a perfect addition to my growing beach theme stamp collection. So these are reversible stamps, which means you can use both sides of each stamp. So you start with the flat back side to lay down the solid base color first, and then you flip over the stamp with the detailed side, and you add all the texture and definition. It's a fun technique that gives you an instant layered look without, a lot of those extra steps. So the shells themselves are much bigger than they appear on the front packaging, substantially bigger actually. It's always hard to kind of judge the size from a clear stamp, but if I was to pull it off the carrier sheet and then hold it next to the printed image on the packaging, you can instantly see the difference there. Yeah. So they are going to make gorgeous layered shell clusters. The detail on the etched side is fantastic. Definitely a great addition to my crafty space. Now, here's another paper pack Stampin' Up is releasing in the catalog. It's called Mixed Up Patterns. So you get 12 sheets in total, 2 sheets of each of these 6 double-sided designs. The colors are Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Secret Sea, and Strawberry Slush. This pack coordinates with the Beach Boardwalk Suite, including, the Beach Days workshop kit that I just shared, as well as the Brushed Beauty collection. I did not purchase that suite. And then the Nature Walk, or like the Exploring Nature workshop kit, which was the very first kit I showed. So the first pattern is a white and blue floral, and then the reversed side is a yellow stripe, and then a fun swirl design in Strawberry Slush, kind of a tone on tone, and then the B side in the Secret Sea color. This one I absolutely love. It has a diagonal woven look that honestly reminds me of kind of men's dress slacks. So it's got that subtle distressing in there too. And it's one of those patterns you can pair with so many more collections than just the ones listed. Or you know what? Why not use it on its own? My favorite is this wood grain kind of style print. At first glance, it almost looks gray just because of the distressing, but I believe it's actually the Secret Sea color, and that's on the white background. The reverse side has a Strawberry Slush wavy line chevron. It totally reminds me of those hospital monitor lines. And it's printed on like a white background. Next is a very nature-inspired distressed old olive print. The back of it is Strawberry Slush on white again, but this one is with a soft faded dot pattern. Super subtle and very versatile. And then there's a skinny stripe with a scallop edge on it. It's kind of neat. It's in the old olive, followed by a bubble bath tone on tone check. Now, I'm not sure how well the camera is picking that up, but it's a really sweet, delicate pattern in person. And finally, there's a distressed yellow floral with a slightly faded look that ties in really well with all the other distressed patterns in this pack, with a balmy blue, slightly distressed floral on the reverse, giving a similar look than the other side with that worn-in vintage look that's so pretty. So I can see myself going through several packs of this DSP. It's got those patterns that feel timeless and work perfectly with so many different collections. Another item I purchased is called the Easter Joy DSP. The paper has some foiling in it, so you get a beautiful shine on one side and then a flat matte finish on the reverse. I picked this one up even though my kids are older now, and cutesy Easter items aren't really items I tend to pick up, anymore, but I fell in love with the B sides and the more subtle prints on the A sides. I have a few photos from this past Easter that I'm looking forward to documenting with this collection. Who doesn't love a great stripe, right? So we have colorful stripes on one side with that foiling shiny finish, and then on the B side features white crosses printed on crumb cake in a repeating pattern. And then there's also a floral and egg pattern paper with more of that foiling detail. The reverse side are, that lovely blue and green plaid. This one I can see myself using quite a bit of. So there's a multicolored cross pattern sheet too. Again, lots of shine with this one, with a tone-on-tone floral and egg design on the back. So that's similar to the first floral paper, just a smaller scale with a matte finish and of course not the bold pattern. But I really like mixing bold, colorful prints with softer, more subtle ones. Not necessarily these two together, but they do give you some really great options here. So the color palette is Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Lemon Lolly, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Shy Shamrock. So you do get a few cut apart sheets with little scenes, scene cards you can use on layouts or, for a quick card front. You could easily cut one out, pop a sentiment on top, maybe, add a sticker or a stamped image, and you've got like an instant card. On the reverse side has a sweet check pattern with some tiny flowers on it. And then there's another floral sheet similar to the earlier one, but this time it's printed on Balmy Blue instead of white, and of course without the Easter eggs mixed in. The reverse features bunnies, chicks, wheelbarrows, and baskets in a tone-on-tone blue. It's really quite whimsical but still usable. And finally, there's a full pattern of colorful eggs. I love that all the colors in this collection are showing up on the A sides. It makes mixing and matching across projects incredibly easy. The back side of that sheet is a simple crumb cake tone-on-tone design, which is such a nice neutral. This collection is available as a suite, which includes a stamp set and dies, plus some embellishments and ribbon. I did not buy the full suite. I did pick up the Easter time mix and match ephemera pack. I felt it was more kind of sophisticated, grown up version of, Easter ephemera. You get 2 sheets of each design, and it includes like some bunnies. They're really quite cute, but not overly cutesy. There's some wreaths, some eggs, watering cans, and baskets. And I thought the colors complemented well with the DSP here. I might skip, the purple pieces since that shade isn't in the paper pack, but if we're wearing purple in the photos, why not, right? These pieces are perfect for scrapbook layouts or quick cards, especially when you're short on time. They are part of the Mix and Match collection, the quick and easy options that you always see showcased at the start of the catalog. Next, I picked up the Unforgettable Times Mix and Match Specialty Ephemera Pack. I grabbed this one because of all the title options, and they are so easy to use. They come pre-cut and, easily pop out of the carrier sheets. You get phrases like family fun, everyday life, sweet dreams, and capturing good times. Each design comes with 2 sheets. There's also Unforgettable and Happy Day. I think that's going to pair beautifully with the paper pack as well. Our Story, Time Together, You and Me, and Hooray. And then on top of that, you get 2 sheets of the gold word ephemera with sentiments like grateful, cherish forever, heartfelt, love this, and celebrate. Perfect for adding extra flair and meaningful titles to your layout. And the last item I picked up from the catalog is the Stone and Vine 3D embossing folder. It immediately reminded me of wineries or even like garden paths, but the stone texture is gorgeous and really kind of that organic detailed look. And it's going to be a perfect addition to add some subtle dimension to my scrapbook pages. We visited quite a few wineries on a trip this past summer, and I can already picture this embossing folder working really well with those photos. And if you're scrapbooking like buildings with vines climbing up stone walls, this texture would tie in really well with that. Honestly, it's one of those designs that will work on almost any layout where you want that natural weathered look. Now, the next items I'm going to show you are part of the online exclusive release, which is launching at the same time as the catalog. I picked up the Currently Loving stamp set for, again, all of the great title options. You start with currently, and then you pair it with some words like playing, reading, learning, life, watching, making, celebrating, and love. I really like the mix of fonts in this set, and I can already see myself using this in my December dailies this year, like currently watching, Christmas movie page, or currently celebrating the Christmas season, or even currently reading if I manage to sneak a new book in over the holidays. Okay, so the word currently is quite a bit wider than what's shown on the cover. And then the rest of the words are pretty close to the size on the packaging. So learning might be a slightly bigger, whereas life is almost the exact size. Lots of fun options with this set though. I did want to take this opportunity to say, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out here on YouTube and lets me know you're liking this kind of content. And then the last set I picked up is called Peaceful Dock. And since my boys enjoy fishing, this felt like the perfect addition to my stamp collection. I did pick up the stamps and the dies, and I love this little boat image here and all the little props. There's a stack of books, a sun hat, a bag, an oar, some great sentiment options or titles. You make life lovely, take time to relax. The boat is the true size shown on the package, and then most of the words match the printed size as well. There are a few stamps to create ripples or like water movement. So that's kind of a fun detail. And then the dies include so many extra standalone pieces to build out a full scene. Details for the logs on the dock. We've got some lily pads, a rope so you can tie the boat up. And then there's even like a little ribbon detail for the hat. Of course, these are coordinating dies, so they do cut out the stamped images. So we've got like the book, the bag, the boat, the oar, and the hat. And then there's lots to play with if you want to, build full layered scenes on your scrapbook pages or cards. And that's everything in my little haul. Maybe not so little haul. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of my new products, and I really hope that this gets you excited to explore the new catalog coming out in January. I wish I could show you even more from inside the catalog, but it's still under wraps for now. I would have loved to share some finished artwork, but this month has already been so busy, and I was just too excited to wait any longer to show you what I picked up. So stay tuned. I'll share some upcoming videos featuring these new products. I can't wait to show you what I create. And thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you want to keep hanging out, here's a video I think you'll enjoy. Until next time, have yourself a wonderful day.